Hey guys, so tonight we're going to be playing some more of the Crew Motorfest. It is actually Thursday night, which normally I'm streaming this game on Tuesday nights. That's what I've been doing for the past few months, I think. Like last 2 months since Doom: The Dark Ages came out. Because before that I was always doing this game on Monday nights. But since we got Dark Ages, I've been doing that on Mondays now. Been doing this on Tuesdays. And just over the last few weeks, I've been streaming a lot less. Sometimes because I'm busy with other things, and other times just because I've, you know, just been tired and streaming less, just been taking breaks or whatever. So again, I haven't streamed for the last 2 nights. I did stream Dark Ages on Monday. I remember doing that. So Doom Dark Ages would have been the last stream that I did. On Tuesday, which is when I normally would have streamed this game, I actually went to a friend's house. Tuesday was Canada Day here in Canada, July 1st, which I think the 4th of July is tomorrow, or technically today now at 6 a.m. So yeah, for Canada Day, I went to a friend's house and I got kind of drunk, and I technically could have streamed when I got home, but I was pretty tired, so I didn't bother streaming. And then yesterday, so Wednesday, I pretty much just like slept all day. Just literally just slept the entire day pretty much. So yeah, I didn't stream on Tuesday or Wednesday. But I thought we would do Motorfest tonight because I haven't streamed Diablo in a while. It's been a few weeks. Normally that's what I've been doing on Thursdays. But I think we're just gonna hold off on Diablo again for a little while until I kind of get back into a more normal schedule. Motorfest is one game that I like to make sure I'm streaming every week, so it's not unheard of for me to stream Motorfest on Wednesday or maybe Thursday if I missed the stream on Tuesday, which this week I did. So yeah, we got some more Motorfest tonight. 2 days late for how I normally do it. But yeah, the new main stage or whatever would have just started on Tuesday. And we actually have an all new season, which I'll get into in a minute as we focus more on just what we're doing tonight. Because we got a new season, season 7, which is called European Luxury. It should be interesting. So I'm just gonna make sure the stream is up on my phone and everything. Hopefully we have no issues with that. My phone's kind of low in battery, but I'm just gonna turn the brightness down, make sure that lasts. Anyways, so if I get back to kind of a more normal schedule next week, ideally I should be streaming Motorfest on Tuesday night. And then Wednesday night should be for Elden Ring, as well as Sunday night. And then Thursday night is supposed to be Diablo 4, but I haven't streamed Diablo in a few weeks now, I think. And then Dark Ages should be Monday, which I did do this week. Tomorrow night, hopefully I can stream some Siege. Friday Night Siege. And then I'm still doing Doom Eternal on Saturday nights. Anyways, just pulling up the stream here. All looks good. Crew Motorfest Season 7, European Luxury. Alright, let's hope we're good there. So, I think I kind of talked about everything I wanted to. Just kind of quickly explain what's been going on. So yeah, I'm not like guaranteeing any sort of plan to get back to my more nightly streaming, But just for now, you know, I've kind of been taking it more easy, just kind of streaming when I feel like it. So I've only been streaming on average probably 3 or 4 nights a week, which is only around half the time. But yeah, you know, it's whatever. I don't think it matters too much. If I had a larger audience, then it would be more, you know, there'd be more of a demand for me to stream every night, or at least most of the time. But right now, I don't think it matters too much. I don't think anyone's going to be upset that I've been streaming a little bit less. So, anyways, we're doing Motorfest. Whole new season, so we would have wrapped up the last Motorfest and last season last week, which I probably streamed this on Tuesday last week, so it's been over a week now. But yeah, whole new season. I haven't really heard about any of the new changes outside of the game. But as soon as I opened the game, this page came up and I decided to just start the stream here because it looks like we got a lot of stuff. So it says, dive into Ferrari archives and discover the evolution of Ferrari's supercars, showcasing innovation, passion, and continuous quest for perfection. Experience the thrill of innovation and excellence behind the wheel of the Ferrari F80, the new supercar from the prancing horse, blending cutting-edge technology and ultimate performance. Welcome to the recreated Enzo Ferrari Museum, the new central point of the festival, showcasing each model of the official Ferrari supercars exhibition. Enjoy an enhanced open world and many experience improvements. So supposedly they've improved the open world of the game, meaning they've added stuff to the map. Many experience improvements makes me think there's been some like gameplay changes to stuff. And then obviously they're doing some sort of whole Ferrari themed thing here. Now season 7 as a whole is called European Luxury. I'm pretty sure both season 5 and season 6 were like completely Red Bull themed. Maybe it was only season 6. I know, like, without a shadow of a doubt, like, the entire last season, every main stage and every week had at least a little bit of Red Bull theming. It was all a bunch of pro race stuff. So now we're on to European Luxury, which doesn't necessarily just mean Ferrari, but it looks like that's what they're starting with. Maybe Ferrari is kind of the sponsor for this season instead of Red Bull or whatever, so yeah, that's cool. I'm down with a bunch of new Ferraris, especially this new F80, which I don't know much about. Oh, it's saying I'm inactive. Yeah, don't worry, I'm here. Anyways, Ferrari made a concept car called the F80 like 10 years ago. I remember doing a school project on it because it was crazy. And they never ended up making that car in real life. But now they've done a new F80, which is basically just the successor to the LaFerrari. So it's like new. It's like Ferrari's new flagship hypercar. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure how that's earned. If I'm not able to earn it, I might just buy it because that's what I want. The new F80. Cutscene here.
There's a chance for your name to be marked onto the stars. Here's the Motorfest legend of last month. This month, a new legend rises to the challenge.
Looks like it's the same person. Okay, so this was last week. Last week, also last month, also last season. Because we're on a new season, it's like the full reset, you know? So last week was Fury Legacy. We've got 14 more overall levels. Reshape the rules. Was Reshape the Rules the name of the whole season, or just the main stage? And is European... what was it called? European Legacy or whatever? I put it in the title of tonight's stream. European Luxury. I'm assuming European Luxury is the name of the whole Season 7, but it could just be this main stage. I don't know, we're about to find out. 14 legend points.
Here it is, Motorfest's most splendid surprise to date. Since they couldn't possibly take you to Ferrari's supercar exhibition, they brought the exhibition to you. But we're not stopping there. We are going to ride those magnificent creatures. As Motorfest's archivist, it is my great privilege to accompany you on what promises to be a memorable experience. You will not only be driving Ferrari's greatest cars, you will also be reliving the joy, excitement, and unique thrill that their best drivers feel on the track every single day. And you also get to marvel at their latest creation. In any case, this is a special occasion, a true celebration of Ferrari.
Okay, Ferrari celebration. So, my educated guess here is that this whole season, so season 7, which I don't know, is going to be like probably 3 or 4 months maybe, so 3 or 4 main stages. Overall, it's European Luxury. The first month, the first main stage is called Ferrari Celebration. So this month, which is going to be a 5-week month, it looks like, is going to be all Ferrari themed, and then maybe each month after that we'll have a different theme that fits with European Luxury. Domac, welcome to the stream. He said, hey man, update is so good. Yeah, I'm feeling optimistic about it. This new Ferrari main stage looks pretty cool. I liked the cutscene there. So, they were showing a lot of Ferraris that are already in this game, but it looks like there's a bunch of new ones too. I'll have to kind of remember what was in the game and what wasn't. The weird thing is with this Ferrari celebration is this reward car is not a Ferrari, that's an Alfa Romeo. Which, yeah, they're owned by the same company, like over company. But still, why do they have an Alfa Romeo as the reward car for a Ferrari celebration? That just seems so silly. Ferrari and Motorfest are teaming up to offer you an extraordinary experience, an entire month dedicated to the iconic Italian luxury brand. For the occasion, Ferrari has built its new museum on Maui, where the supercars exhibition will be held. Drive these superb vehicles in the Ferrari Supercars playlist and take part in a month of intense competition. And who knows, the newest addition to their collection might just turn up. Earn enough XP to win incredible rewards, such as the Alfa Romeo 4C Serpente Edizione, which I'm pretty sure this was a platinum car in the Crew 2, but they brought it over to this game, and I mean, it's cool. Like, that's a cool Alfa Romeo to get for free. It's just weird that the reward car for the Ferrari month is not a Ferrari. It's just a little bit weird to me. Anyways, yeah, I can finally get my hands on the Serpente Edizione Alfa Romeo 4C. Do you have this green Alfa Romeo? No, I do not have it, so it'll be cool to earn this for free. I think if you already have it, you get, like, money. I think there was maybe one time where I already owned the main stage reward car, and I got like a few 100k bucks. It wasn't terrible. At least you get something. Okay, so we're gonna need to pull up the full menu here and take a look at everything. So I noticed when I was reading that it said there's a new playlist as well, which is exciting. I've been kind of slacking on the playlist lately because I've just been usually focusing on the summit contests. So there's a lot of new playlists that I haven't finished or maybe haven't even started. There's probably a bunch overall now. This season, new Audi is coming soon. So is that next month maybe? Is next month gonna be kind of like an Audi main stage? It would be kind of cool if they have a specific brand sponsoring each main stage. I don't remember how the seasons work. I'm gonna guess that each season is 3 main stages. Maybe it's 4 though. That's the difference between 4 seasons a year and 3 seasons a year. Which this game has been out for almost 2 years now. So yeah, I couldn't tell you. I've lost track. The only timeline I can follow with this game is what the game tells me, really. So when a new main stage starts and it says it's going to be around for 5 weeks, then I know. So we know that this Ferrari main stage is going until August 6th. 5 weeks, so it's over a month. First one is just called Supercars. I'm assuming the official title is Ferrari Supercars. We have the Ferrari logo there. Hard to read these over the red. But next week, I think just this is called Ferrari F80. And then Rosso Adrenalina, Crazy Vacation, and literally just Ferrari. Do you know what is next playlist after Ferrari? No, I don't know. I haven't heard. I didn't even really know about this Ferrari playlist until I just opened the game tonight. I was pretty certain that we were getting a new season. I don't even know if I heard about it beforehand. But I'm pretty sure I had it, I had guessed that we'd be getting a new season this week, not just a new main stage. So yeah, here we are, Season 7. First main stage is 5 weeks of pure Ferrari, it looks like. Which is pretty cool. I already own quite a few Ferraris in this game. But I'm sure I'll buy a few more with all the bundles and stuff. Now, is this the Summit bundle for this week? It's just called Ferrari Supercars, so I guess so. So I can buy the F50 for about 540k, which isn't that bad actually. I think the F50 would be worth a lot more than that in real life. So man, Forza or Motorfest? I haven't played Forza in a long time, but I would take Motorfest over Forza for sure. I have Horizon 5 on my laptop, but I haven't played it in years. So for this bundle, I already own the F12 Berlinetta, so we could get the F50 at a discount. We'll see. Also, I'm pretty sure the F50 was already in the game, but it could be new. I know the F12's been around since the Crew 2, at least. It might have even been in the Crew 1. This is a different bundle. This is for the F40 and the Enzo, which I don't own either of these. So this is almost 2 million. So this is just the general main stage bundle, probably. The other one is specifically for this week. Ferrari Supercars. Alright, let's take a look at the custom show. We got a lot going on here. Custom show will probably just be any and all Ferraris. I don't know. Platinum reward for the custom show is the Spike Underglow. That's kind of cool. Well, they let you look at all these. Alright, I see some cool underglows and stuff here. Oh, I only have one vehicle that works here. This specifically needs to be vehicles from the Ferrari Museum. So the LaFerrari is the only Ferrari I own that's a part of the museum. Rebecca Play TV, welcome to the stream. Okay, so I actually have some customization on the LaFerrari, but we'll just maybe do some touch-ups here. I kept the normal red because it looks very nice. There's a few other colors this car looks good in. Looks very nice in yellow actually, but I like the red. Visual parts. So I have a partially blacked out hood there. Front bumper, it's the black headlights. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Those look really extreme. Okay, we got some different like splitter options. Yeah, I don't want to make this thing look like extreme. You know, we have the FXXK as well. It's a different, it's a different car, even though it's based on the LaFerrari. You want the LaFerrari to look more like a street car. Yeah, we got some cool differences here. The black rims, it's definitely good. Calipers, are these default? No, the default is black. Okay, I'll keep them black then. We'll just keep those default. Okay, I got the Italian flag pinstripe on the mirrors. Carbon skirts. Can add a carbon ducktail, but why is that almost 30,000? 30,000 bucks for that? That's so expensive, but I feel like I need to do it now because I already have the rest of this like semi-aggressive body kit. That is the smallest piece of customization though for that price. That's crazy. So expensive yet so small. Okay, and then I didn't black out on the rear bumper. Yeah, that's cool. They have some interesting like exhaust stuff here. Alright, yeah, we'll stick with that. Okay, so we got slight customization all over this thing. Vanity. I don't know. Oh yeah, I remember for a while it seemed like most of the Ferrari cars in this game had very limited vanity customization, and I don't know why. I remember like almost all of my Ferraris just having no nitrous options. I had to go default on like all of them, but now it looks like they fixed this. I can do explosive backfire nitro on my LaFerrari. That's a good thing. There's still limited options, but we have more. We have smoke and nitro tires, underglow, all the important stuff. Alright, let's throw the LaFerrari in there. It's nothing too crazy, it definitely still looks like a LaFerrari. Give that a vote. Okay, I'll check chat again in a minute. I saw some messages go through. So, we're done with the custom show now. I've already leveled up like twice here. Before the competes online. XP boost, legend points. Yeah, we're already halfway. Oh, I like the uncommon reward there for level 4. Ruby glasses. That could be cool for my next fit. Okay, we're gonna look at the summit contest next, but let's read chat first. Then we'll do some racing. Domax said, I'm currently on 320 vehicles in the Crew Motorfest. LaFerrari is so ugly for me. Really? You think the LaFerrari is ugly? I think that's the first time I've ever heard that. But, you know, I'm not one to judge others' unpopular opinions. I have a few of my own. But the LaFerrari, I think that's the first time I've heard that. I think everybody usually thinks the LaFerrari is a really good looking car. I like the look of it a lot. But, yeah, I guess there's always going to be probably one person that hates every car, no matter how many people love it. Okay, so we're moving on to the Summit contest. Let's see what's going on. Grab the rewards from last week. Looks like I got silver for Fury Legacy, which is good. I'm usually in bronze, so it's nice to get silver sometimes. I don't remember if I like bought the bundle for this one or I don't know. I wasn't even in the top 40k, but I got silver somehow. I wonder how that happens. Got some extra money. 200k XP, 200k bucks. Would have been cool if we got platinum for that special edition car, but I'm down with the money in XP. Okay, so all the way on the last week of this main stage, we have a special. It looks like this looks like an SF90 with that special package. I forgot what it's called. There's I know the normal Ferrari SF90 Stradale is in this game. They have like the SF90XX or whatever. I don't know if that's in this game or not. But there's a package in real life that you can get on your SF90 for like 200k extra or something. I think it's less than that. It's just a package. Now it's probably like 50k or 100k. I don't know. But it makes the car way more like lightweight. It makes it almost as fast as the SF90XX version or whatever. Like it's just a package on the normal SF90 that drops the weight so much that it supposedly makes it better at handling and it improves its 0 to 60, which the SF90 is already a very fast car. So that's cool. I wonder if that special platinum car is specifically that package, or maybe they've done some other kind of like Motorfest edition or something. It's cool though. And yeah, I wonder how the F80 comes into this. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a reward, so am I gonna have to buy it? Is the F80 even released yet? It's being showcased next week, so maybe it releases next week. I don't know. Probably costs like 2 million. For this week we just have a supercar kit for platinum. For gold, you can get a free Ferrari 512 TR. Don't think I have that. Okay. Oh, this is really interesting. So, there's 2 races that I can't do here, and one of defeats, which I need the Ferrari F40 and the Enzo. Which, those aren't a part of the weekly bundle. The weekly bundle has the F12 Berlinetta and the F50, which none of the races said that I need an F50. And I already own the F12. So I'm probably not going to buy the F50 right now then. I also don't want to buy this, because this is almost all of my money. Yeah, an F40 and an Enzo would be nice, but it's almost 2 million for 2 Ferraris. I already have a bunch of Ferrari hypercars. So, yeah, I don't know. These are both iconic cars, so they go as a part of like the main like Ferrari flagship lineage. Right now it would be the F80, but before that it was the LaFerrari, before that was the Enzo. Before that was the F50, before that was the F40. It's like the hypercar flagship line. Which, in my opinion, and I'd say most people's opinions, the F40 is actually too old to be a hypercar. The F40 is a supercar, but you know, it's from 1987, so in the 80s, this was one of the fastest supercars. This was before hypercars were really a thing. That started with the F50 in the 90s, and then the Enzo, and then the LaFerrari, and now the F80. Anyways, I'd love an Enzo and an F40, but I don't know if I'm going to justify the 1.7 million. It's a bit pricey. I might save for another bundle. And that means I'm also not going to buy the F50. If the F50 was a part of tonight's Summit contest, I probably would buy it, because this isn't that bad. This is only 500k for the F50. But I don't even need this for the Summit contest tonight, so I don't think I'm going to bother buying this. Also, the F50 isn't really as iconic as the F40 or the Enzo. It's in between them, but it's kind of less popular than both, unfortunately. Okay, looks like I've leveled up again here. Got more money. Game's throwing money at me right now, but still, I don't, like, you know, these Ferraris ain't cheap. I can't just be buying all of them. So I think we'll save. Maybe I'll buy that F80 as soon as it comes out. Or is the F80 already out? I feel like we need to figure this out right now. Featured? I don't know why the Hellcat is featured. RS7. Silverado. Why is there a bunch of random vehicles featured right now? Where's the Ferrari section? Okay, we have 24 Ferraris in this game. I own 7 of them. So I have the 308 GTS, 365 G2B4 Competizione. I have the 488 Pista, F12 Berlinetta. I have the FXXK, the LaFerrari, and the SF90 Stradale. I don't have the Ferrari Roma. I feel like this could be new, but maybe this was already in the game. I don't know, the Roma's been around for 5 years now, which is crazy. The Roma is like Ferrari's current, like, entry-level car. We have the GTO, also from the 80s. Here's the F80. Okay, so the F80 doesn't drop until next week. So it says this vehicle is not available, purchasable in 5 days. So I don't know how much the F80 is going to cost. I could probably look it up and find out. I might have enough for it, but if they're charging something ridiculous, I don't know if I'm going to go for it. But yeah, I might be willing to spend like up to 2 million on this thing when it releases, because I guess it's going to be a big ticket car. Everyone's going to want to get their hands on the F80. LaFerrari came out like 12 years ago now. Alright, let's get back to the Summit contest and start doing some racing. So yeah, it looks like there's a few events that we're going to miss here. There's 2 races I'm going to have to skip this week, plus 1 feed, but we'll start with the Era Begins, which is in a loaned Street Tier 2 vehicle. I'd imagine it's the F40. F40 is Street Tier 2. So we might get to test the F40 here, let's see. It's not the F40, it looks like the GTO actually. Fast fave menu. You can now set any vehicle in any of the 4 slots. Use X circle, square, and triangle to assign your currently selected vehicle in a slot. Oh, this is good. This is probably a good update. I think I've been complaining about this for like the last 2 years. So I guess they made it easier to favorite vehicles and assign them into the quick wheel or whatever, which I rarely ever use. But it's cool that you can actually use this easier now. And it looks like they have a separate category for cars versus bikes. Because it used to just be land, A or C. Now we have both bikes, cars. Okay. Anyways, loaned vehicle is a Ferrari GTO. I don't know why it's not the F40, but yeah, I mean, this is Ferrari's other popular 80s car. Let's go ahead and use it. Also, the soundtrack sounds weird. I don't know what happened. It has kind of like a cinematic, like Asian sort of sound to it. I don't know. We'll see if it changes for the race. It could be a soundtrack glitch from like a different playlist. Alright, here we go. It's the same soundtrack. Yeah, it sounds like maybe more of a Japanese soundtrack to me than an Italian soundtrack for Ferrari, but maybe it'll switch up. Okay, this GTO is pretty quick. I don't know if this is like maxed out or what. It's loaned, so fair PvP. Feels decent for a street tier too. Especially a car that's 40 years old. Handling's pretty good on it too. Sometimes older cars are not too great at handling, but this car drives pretty well. Kinda gotten warmed up as well, obviously. I think it's been like, over a week since I last played, so gotta get used to it again. We're zooming though. So far, mostly good. The soundtrack is really throwing me off though. It sounds so like cinematic, and I don't even know. Not the usual music that plays in this game at all. Oh. Oh my god, that made me miss the checkpoint. I kinda like accidentally nitro drifted there like too hard, and I spun off the road. That's gonna hurt the final score. I like the sound of this thing. I can't tell if it's a V8 or a V12. Usually all Ferrari engines sound good. I don't know a lot about the GTO, specifically like in real life. I know the F40 has a V8 actually, it's a twin turbo V8. This car could have a V12, I don't know. A lot of engines were smaller around like the 80s, so maybe Ferrari wasn't even doing any V12s during that time, I don't know. Ooh, that was good. Alright, let's get a warm-up race. What score did we get there? 62? Oh, that's fine. Can't go wrong with that. Okay, Ferrari GTO worked out fairly nicely. It's a cool loan vehicle to use. So racing to the extreme, I would have to own the F40 to enter that race. We're gonna have to pass on that one tonight. No Compromise is another loaned vehicle, Street Tier 2. So maybe this one is the F40? Or we're in the GTO again, I don't know. F50, okay. And they've considered the F50 as a Street Tier 2 vehicle in this game, which is weird. I think it said they had the F40 in Street Tier 2 as well. But the F50 is actually considered a hypercar by most people. I know it's faster than the F40, but I don't know how much. I know the F40 is more iconic. I think the F50 is quite a bit faster than it, but you know, F50 is about a decade later. A lot of people consider the McLaren F1 as the first hypercar ever, and that was 92, I think, so yeah, 95. F50 was one of the earliest hypercars, but not as old as the F1. Post F1 hypercar era. And yeah, like 520 horsepower, like for a modern car, like that's barely even an entry-level supercar anymore, but in the 90s, 500 horsepower in a, you know, sub 3,000 pound Ferrari was a big deal. Big deal. Alright, let's see how this F50 drives. I'm pretty sure the F50 was already in this game, but it could be new. I don't know. Like they may have just added the F50 to this game specifically. I don't know. Also, I'm pretty sure out of all of the like flagship Ferrari hypercars, pretty sure the F50 is the only one that's like convertible or whatever. I think it has like a Targa top, which you probably can't see in this game. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it has like a Targa style roof, like a hard top, partially removable, like with Corvettes or Targa Porsches. Pretty sure the F50 is a Targa. I don't think any of the other flagship Ferraris are. The LaFerrari has a Targa version. The normal LaFerrari isn't. But the LaFerrari Aperta, I'm pretty sure is the Targa version of it. F80, I don't think so. Enzo, definitely not, right? There's no way the Enzo's a Targa. Don't believe the F40 was either. Oh god. Almost spun out there. This is quite a bit faster than that GTO I was just in. Nice. Yeah, I love the handling in this car too. You can't go wrong with any of like Ferrari's iconic cars. Like the F50, even though it's not as popular as the F40 or the Enzo, like F50 is still a great car. It's just a classic 90s Ferrari hypercar, you can't go wrong. Ooh. Okay, you can go wrong there, but this turn really screwed me over. There's like this huge roundabout right after a straightaway. We're getting back on the bridge. I almost came to like a dead stop there. We're fine. Quick recovery, we're back to almost 200 miles per hour. There we go. go, nice. Okay, F50, not bad. Not bad at all. 65,000. Slightly better than the last race, right? Okay. My phone's giving me a battery warning, but we still got 10%, and I got it on low battery. Should be fine. Okay, so we've completed 2 races now, and there's 2 that I can't do. So we have 2 races left, and then we have 2 feats to try. Speed trap and slalom. Next race is Born to Innovate, which is in a loaned hypercar. Only the last race isn't loaned. So since this one is going to be a hypercar that's loaned, this might be the Ferrari Enzo. That's what I'm thinking. But maybe not, if they want these all to be a different car. Like this was GTO, then this is F40. Then that was F50, then Enzo. This is probably going to be LaFerrari. I think it's going to be a loan to LaFerrari, which I already own that car. Yeah, it is the LaFerrari. Nice. Okay, so like I said, I own it, but you know, we'll use the loaned one. That's fine. It's fair PvP. It could be stock, could be maxed. I don't know. Either way, it's a big jump from the F50. Yeah, this feels significantly faster. The F50 is, or the LaFerrari is an incredibly fast car, even by today's standards. And the original LaFerrari, I think, came out in 2013, which is 12 years ago. It's crazy. Like, most cars from 2013 seem pretty old by now in 2025, but the LaFerrari is still an icon. Yeah, it's so fast. This has to be maxed out. There's no way this thing is stock. If this is stock, then I'm crazy. Oh, that was a really mean 90-degree turn to put right there. After I was building so much speed. The 0 to 60 on this car is insane too. I think in real life it's at like 2.4 seconds for the base LaFerrari, which is like, you know, that's like 0.1 seconds off from a Bugatti Chiron. 0 to 60 at 2.3. Anything quicker than 2.5, 0 to 60 is just bonkers. I haven't driven the LaFerrari in a long time. I know this one is loaned, but it probably feels quite similar when I'm using my own one. This car drives really smoothly. Handling is super sharp. The car feels really fast in terms of 0 to 60 acceleration, horsepower like speed climbing, and high speeds. Just like every category, this car just kills it. Now I know in real life the top speed of this car is like, I think 221 miles per hour. Which a Bugatti Chiron would beat it by like 40 miles per hour, but you know, most of the time, especially with like street legal hypercars, you're not really bringing them to top speed like that. Also, it really seems like that both Lamborghini and Ferrari do not really care about top speeds at all, because a lot of their like best cars, their top speeds are kind of like the same as a lot of their normal cars. So they care more about horsepower, weight, and 0 to 60, I guess. Okay, LaFerrari went very well. So we have one race left, which is called Timeless Icons. It's any Street Tier 2 Ferrari. So you get to use your own. It's weird because they have these kind of like going in order from like oldest to newest. But now whatever I use is not going to be as fast as the LaFerrari, because the LaFerrari is in the hypercar category. We're going back to Street Tier 2 now, which is where they have the F40, the F50. I think the only Street Tier 2 Ferrari I have will probably be the F12, so we can use that. F12 Berlinetta. Assuming that loaned LaFerrari was maxed, the F12 is going to feel slower. But if that was somehow a stock LaFerrari, my max F12 will probably feel even faster than that. We'll see. Yeah, F12 Berlinetta is the only Street Tier 2 Ferrari I have, that's fine. Similar customization on this that I have on my LaFerrari, just kind of the simple stuff. So I got the default red color on there. This one I could maybe be more inclined to change the color, but I'm going to keep it red for now. And yeah, I've got the black hood there. Black headlights. This is just like how I customized the LaFerrari. I got the black rims. Caliper. Black as default. Yeah. I've got like all the same customization on here. Oh, that wing is huge. I'll keep that default. Rear bumper. Yeah, that rear bumper looks way better. That looks so much cooler. Alright, yeah, customization on there is pretty perfect for the F12. Get the same vanity as the LaFerrari as well. Okay, and since we're using my own one, we gotta make sure it's maxed out with the best parts, because everything else was loaned, but for this we're using my own. I know the F12 Berlinetta was considered like the fastest street car in the Crew 2. I think maxed out, people said the Lamborghini Gallardo, but stock, the Ferrari F12 I believe was the fastest street car in the Crew 2. So as for the Crew Motorfest with the Street Tier 2 category, I'm not sure where the F12 Berlinetta ranks in terms of, you know, all of them maxed out versus all of them stock. I'd say out of all the stock Street Tier 2 cars, the F12 Berlinetta is probably still one of the fastest. Because the F12 Berlinetta is kind of like a mid-range supercar. And really with this game, a lot of mid-range supercars is where they start considering them hypercars. So if they really wanted to, they could have put the F12 in the hypercar category and I wouldn't have been so off compared to like the McLaren 720S or the Aventador, which they have as hypercars. But in real life, those cars are the same caliber as the F12. So it's one of the best Street Tier 2 cars, I guess. It's not, they didn't put it to hypercar, but it's Street Tier 2. Alright, let's do it. This is race number 4 in my custom and maxed F12 Berlinetta. This car I know for a fact is a V12, and I can definitely hear it. Front engine V12. It's a GT Grand Touring supercar. Pretty sure it's got 4 seats. Most GT supercars do, they have extra seats, more space, the front engine. Front engine V12 is the way to go. Yeah, handling is still really good on this thing. It's not as sharp as the LaFerrari, but it's almost as good. And I think this car is a lot heavier and less like aerodynamic than the LaFerrari, so it's still quite impressive how well it handles. Yeah, I love this thing. I used to drive this a lot in the crew too. This was always one of my best street tier cars. It's gotta still be one of the best street tier 2s in this gun. Gotta be. I like this filter too we have for the semi-tenette. I don't even know if it's a filter. I think it is, but it's maybe like a less noticeable or less invasive filter than they sometimes use. But it just kind of looks like a constant like pink sunrise or pink sunset. Like bright pink. Like the sky looks white, but like down where it meets the land, the horizon, it's just pink. There's a pink glow on everything. I think there is a filter. But it's a nice filter. Sometimes the filters aren't as cool. This one works. Ooh, I just dodged, smacking into that barrier. That was good. I'm gonna have to hit that barrier a bit. Oh god, almost knocked me off road. Didn't want to hit it too hard. Yeah, we're speeding right now, like 220, going full hypercar speed. F12 is killing it. Into the tunnels at 240 with one McLaren F1 speed. Slow down a little bit. Finish line coming up. Okay, I'd say the F12 destroyed that. Like, smashed it. That was a very nice car to drive. Very pleasant. Yeah. High score as well. 85,000 compared to what I got in all the loan cars or whatever. Oh, in the LaFerrari I actually got a lot lower. I only got 32,000. I got 62 in the GTO and 65 in the F50. So for some reason in the LaFerrari I didn't actually do as well, but in the F12 I did much better. And now we got the 2 feats to do. Speed trap and a no restriction slalom. It looks like this speed trap is Ferrari museum cars only. Which I guess that's going to be the or the LaFerrari, right? It's my only museum Ferrari. So So I gotta make sure this LaFerrari is maxed out and good to go for the speed trap. Upgrade this to full 920. Okay. Sada Bada, welcome to the stream. We're just wrapping up with the summit contest for tonight. We got some feats here. We're gonna do this speed trap in Ferrari museum cars only, which this LaFerrari counts. Sada Bada says, how are you? I'm pretty good, how are you? I'm kinda tired actually. Mailbox almost full. Shouldn't matter right now. Alright. Let's try to back up here as much as I can. Oh, this reverse feels so good. I'm used to using like drag cars for this. Okay, we've got a bit of a curve here. Alright, we'll launch from like here. I'm gonna hit nitro right after the turn. And we're gonna hit the speed trap. The full force of the LaFerrari. Let's do it. Yeah, that's not... that's what I wanted to avoid. As soon as I activate the nitrous, that makes the steering way off, so it's gonna make me steer over it. I really have to steady the car, or hit the nitro before we even start turning. Which might be harder, I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna do the nitrous right after the turn. Alright, there we go. Yeah, 269, what the hell? Yeah, destroyed that. 146,000 summit points. Yeah. It's always so much easier to get high scores on the feats. Because you just do crazy stuff and it only takes you like 30 seconds. If I was like a pro Motorfest player and I was trying to get platinum each week, I would definitely be probably grinding the feats more than the actual races, just because I can get really high scores on these. Alright, last but not least we have slalom, which is no restriction, so I'm going to use my F1 car. It feels maybe a little bit blasphemous to not use a Ferrari here, but you know. It's no restriction. They could have made it a Ferrari only if they wanted to. Which means that most people are not doing this in a Ferrari. So I gotta even the playing field, use just the best car for this sort of situation. Which is going to be my Red Bull RB18 at perf level 990. Maxed out F1 car. The Slalom King. That's what this thing should be called. It's just like the go-to slalom car. Yeah, this feels so fast. Even compared to the F12 and the LaFerrari I was using, this nothing beats the F1 car. Only thing faster than it is the drag car, but you know, drag cars can't turn. Not really. F1 cars definitely can turn. Really good at it. Yeah, I got almost as many points on that as I did on the speed trap. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, well, I guess that is like a good place to leave off then. I should hopefully be streaming this game again in like less than a week, like 5 days. Because like I said, it's like Thursday night slash Friday morning. I should be streaming this again on Tuesday night, hopefully next week. So we'll be catching the next week of the main stage on the first day, which is the Ferrari F80. That's just the name of the week. And it looks like the actual F80 is coming to this game as a purchasable vehicle. So hopefully I'll be able to buy that. And yeah, we'll see how much it is, but I'm thinking about buying that next week. I'm already almost finished this compete timeline, which this is a 5-week main stage, so it lasts longer. So we'll definitely get those ruby glasses. And we should also be able to hit level 10, because I'm noticing here on the Legend Pass, the exclusive vehicle is behind level 10, not level 3 like normal. So I wonder if this is a permanent change, or maybe just because this week's kind of more special. And they're using a platinum car from the Crew 2. I don't know. But with a 5-week main stage, we should be able to hit level 10. So I'm not really worried about missing that Alfa Romeo. If I do somehow miss it, I'll be pretty pissed. But we should be able to reach level 10 and get that. But yeah, in the future, if all of the special cars are at level 10 now instead of level 3, I'm going to have to kind of make sure we're getting an adequate amount of XP each stream, because yeah, I'd have to make sure we get to level 10 every main stage, which sometimes might take a little extra effort. I usually end somewhere between like level 5 and level 10, it depends. Anyways, we got a longer main stage this month, so we should be able to get that Alfa Romeo as my reward car for the Ferrari themed main stage. I'm not gonna stop poking fun at that, but it's not too big of a deal either. I mean, that Alfa Romeo is pretty cool. Anyways, I guess that is it for tonight. How long have I been live? My phone's gonna die any minute. Yeah, I've been live over an hour. Alright, so yeah, we should be back to Motorfest next Tuesday. Tomorrow night I should be streaming Siege, hopefully, for Friday. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream tonight on not only the new Summit contest, not only the new main stage, but the new season of the Crew Motorfest. European luxury, starting off with a fully Ferrari themed main stage. And I will see you guys all next time. Goodbye.